Hello, my name is Guadalupe Andrade, and today I will discuss the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Nowadays, it's not only the young people, but most people spend a generous time on social media platforms just like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Have you ever looked up a product and that you ever wanted to buy and suddenly started seeing ads for those items on every other app and social media platform that you use? And would you be scared to know that a computer software was controlling every decision by stealing your information and using it to make a choice for you? This is what happened to 50 million Americans by a company called Cambridge Analytica. They tracked people's preferences, location, etc., as well as their friends' information. Today, I will tell you about the Cambridge Analytica scandal. First, I will discuss what the Cambridge Analytica scandal is and then what they do. Then, secondly, I will discuss how the scandal began, and then finally, the results of the scandal. But first, let's take a look at what Cambridge Analytica is and what is their role. So, Cambridge Analytica is a UK based political company that specializes in data analytics, advertising, and consulting firm. According to Hilary Osborne, editor of editor of the Guardian webpage run by Alexander Nix, Cambridge Analytica is a company that offers services to businesses and political parties who want to change audience behavior. It claimed to be able to analyze huge amount of consumer data and combine that with behavioral science to identify people who organizations can then target with marketing material. Cambridge Analytica was part of a data mining company called SCL. The group was founded more than 25 years ago, and which was a government military contractor that says it worked on everything from food security research to counter narcotics to political campaigns. According to David, according to David Ingram, editor of Reuters webpage, the company was created around 2013 initially with a focus on U.S. elections with a $15 million backing from billionaire Republican donor Robert Mercer and a name chosen by future Trump White House advisor Steve Bannon. Cambridge Analytica markets itself as, as providing consumer research, targeted advertising, and other data related services both for political parties and corporate clients. They mainly collected data from social media platforms such as Facebook and analyzed people's value and preferences and then manipulated it to influence the media users' beliefs and life decisions. Cambridge Analytica has worked with more than 100 political campaigns in over 30 different countries, including Ted Cruz's campaign in 2016, as well as Trump's campaign in 2016. With this map, which shows the global reach of Cambridge Analytica's parent company, you can see the different places that Cambridge Analytica has touched. They claim to have worked with Argentina, Colombia, Cyprus, Kenya, Italy, Ukraine, and many others. For example, Cambridge in Kenya, the company had rolled out a political research project covering 47,000 responses, part of an effort to understand the needs and fears of electorates. Now that we have talked about the company and what they do, let's talk about the scandal and what changed their name forever. Cambridge Analytica drew attention to themselves after Trump won the presidential election in 2016, and the CEO Alexander Nix went to more clients to pitch his services. The company boasted it could develop psychological profiles and consumer can profile consumers and voters, which was a secret sauce it used to sway them more effectively than traditional advertising could. The secret sauce was exposed when a whistleblower came out accusing Cambridge Analytica of stealing people's information and without authorization in early 2014 to build a system that could profit individuals in the U.S. voters, individual U.S. voters in order to target them with personalized political advertisements. In 2014, the company obtained the data of 50 million Facebook users via the means that deceived both the users and Facebook. The data was harvested by applications developed by British academic Alexander Kogan. Some of 270,000 people downloaded the application and logged in with their Facebook credentials. The application then gathered their data and data about their friends, and then Kogan passed that data to Cambridge Analytica. And the company claimed that they did not initially know that Kogan violated Facebook's terms, and that it deleted the data once they found out. Once they found out in 2015, but in reality, they didn't know what was going on and did not delete any of the collected data. Using psychological profiles based on models, the company managed to run suitable different kinds of Using psychological profile-based models, the company managed to run different campaigns suitable to different kinds of users, which allegedly influenced decision-making and electoral choices. The model is not a very simple process, like a Facebook quiz, but it was attached to a lengthy psychological questionnaire hosted by Qualtrics, a company that managed online service. The first step to filing these out was a questionnaire which grants access to their Facebook profiles. Once they did that harvested their data and also their friends' data. And of course, people did not react pleasantly to this, with reactions ranged from anger to resentment. An annoyance of how tech giants use personal information. The company first claimed that the scandal affected around 50 million Facebook users. However, according to the New York Times, at the bottom of the company, announcements about a new privacy feature, Facebook Chief Technology Officer Mike Schroeder issued a new estimate of the number of users who were affected, which ranged from 87 million, most of them in the United States. So now that we've discussed that, we see this chart that shows very simply the version of the story by Vox webpage. And from the line it goes up to 87 million Facebook users. Data was harvested and exposed. 270,000 Facebook users who took the quiz and used the app, and it was built by Alexander Kogan and primarily ran by Alexander Nix, which was the CEO of Cambridge, and the backing came from Steve Bannon, which initially worked on President Trump campaign. After the exposure of the scandal, the company faced a lot of negative press and a lot of lawsuits. Not only did Cambridge Analytica parent company SCL, but Facebook also faced charges. According to the Federal Trade Commission webpage, the commission had filed for admission to a complaint against the data analytics company and Cambridge Analytica and filed settlements for public comments with Cambridge. Former chief executive and app developer who worked with the company, alleging that the company employed deceptive tactics to harvest personal information from tens of millions of Facebook users to vote, for voter profiling. The FTC separately announced that Facebook will pay a record-breaking $5 billion penalty to submit the new restriction that will hold the company accountable for the decisions it was making for its users. As part of the settlement with the FTC, Kogan and Nix are prohibited from making false and deceptive statements regarding the extent of which they collected, used, or shared the data of personal information, as well as the purpose for which they collect, use, and share and sell such information. And in addition, they are required to delete and destroy any personal information collected from consumers via the GSR app and any related word product that originated from the data. Following the revelations in March 2018, Nix was suspended from his post as Facebook suspended all accounts of SCL from failing to delete the key data points the key data points that the company collected from the social media platforms. Even though the internet is not regulated, but there are social media platforms that are different apps that track our daily online activities. Today I inform you about Cambridge Analytica scandal, and I hope we all understand a little bit better about the company and what they do. Their scandal began I hope that we have a better understanding about what the company is, what they do, and how the scandal began and the results of the scandal. I will now leave you with a quote by Brittany Kaiser, who said, "The wealthiest companies are technology companies, Google, Facebook, and Amazon, Tesla, and the reason why these companies are the most powerful companies in the world, because last year data surpassed oil in value. Data is the most valuable asset on earth." Thank you very much. Have a good day.